Hey everyone, I'm Sal Sincata for Shutter Magazine, and today we're going to review the Promedia Gear VS36 slider and motor controller. Not all sliders are created the same, and Promedia Gear is not messing around with this slider. We do video production here, all the time, and we are constantly running around with a ton of gear. And if you do any video work whatsoever, you know what I'm talking about. Weight matters. And so wherever we can shred weight, pounds, ounces, in my world, it's one less bag I have to carry. And it's one less ache I have Sunday morning after a wedding. And so the first thing I noticed about the Duo slider was the fact that the weight, it was so lightweight and so compact. This thing collapses down and gets extremely flat fast. Again, not something that all sliders have. They've got bulky legs. Yeah, they're great for certain situations, but they don't collapse completely flat. And that was one thing I loved about this. Something else I loved was the practicality of having two slides in one. Not only does it have a straight rail, but it has a curve rail when you flip it over. So now that you can create a different dynamic, if you will, to the same scene that you're at. So sometimes it's beautiful just sliding straight across. Others, it's awesome in this crescent-shaped movement. Again, when you're in video, you want different camera movements to create a unique look for your film, right? That's what matters. You can only zoom in, zoom out, left and right, and pan and tilt. We want as much diversity as we possibly can from the camera work. And this slider makes it super, super easy. It is well built, extremely durable. Do not let the lightweight fool you here. Worth every single penny, right? But we're gonna go infomercial on it. But wait, there's more. And I say this because I was blown away at the motor controller and how inexpensive a solution it was. What this allows you to do is it gives you three options. You can use it for both video, you can use it for stills, and then you can use it to loop. So if you're doing any kind of video work or photography work for that matter, any kind of time lapse where you want to have the camera keep moving along the track and taking shots along the way versus doing video, right? You would do a time lapse with still photography and then make that video in post-production. This motor controller makes it just dummy proof. Okay, so it's gonna plug in, it's got adapters for your Samsung, your Panasonic, your Canon, your Nikon, where it's going to trigger your camera to fire that picture when you want. That's if you're in time-lapse mode. Then there's video mode. If you've done any slider work, okay, as you're sliding across a scene, rarely can you keep the same pace and tempo. It actually looks like just jerky across the track. Not because it's sticking, but because it's being done by a human. So in video mode, this allows you to just move the slider across the track in a very consistent speed and pace from one end to the other. But let's say for whatever reason, you want that video camera rolling. It's almost like a third person. It's your cut camera, but you don't want it to be a static lock shot. This allows you what's called loop mode. And the camera will move from side to side sliding, and when it hits the end, it'll automatically come back. Hit the end, automatically come back, giving you the most unique footage possible. And so I'm telling you, we are using this, and you've seen some scenes where I'm using it at a real wedding, where we're using it on real footage that we're recording, and this is a tool that I've absolutely fell in love with. So give these guys a try at Promedia Gear. I promise you're gonna be impressed.